She's leaving us tomorrow morning, back to civilization, and to her family, and to get married. We want to thank you for coming all the way up to our little community and giving of yourself.
I have a ticket for a flight that leaves today.
You see a runway out there?
Brad!
Everything's fine. She's just going to be a little bit late.
Late?
Well,
you're not even going to know I'm there. I'm just going to follow you.
No.
Hey!
Go back!
she's on her way here now, and she's still riding a snowmobile with a guy.
You can't blame a girl for wanting to get to her wedding on time. I told you.
You're in the cold in.
I
think if we stick together, we stand a pretty good shot.
Up on a DJ Andy C, trying to make sure that the music and the vibe is just about, you know, the festival seasons.
Tunatayarisha watu kwa hiyo mood.
Kwa hiyo mood.
Yeah.
The reason for the season is nothing but Jesus. You know, the Bible says, unto us a child is born.
Did you know that your baby boy has walked her angels strong?
Enjoying our festivities and gearing up for Christmas Day. One question lingers in my mind. What is the origin of Christmas?
The celebration of Jesus' birth is not just called Jesus' birth, it is called Christmas. The celebration of Mass during Christ's Day, which is Christmas.
The reason it was dated at that 25th, they say now, because we have the Christian fraternity mixed up with the pagan culture. They also claim to be the birth of a son, and they are also talking about the birth of a son. So they just dated it together. Now the merging together made it the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
So by the time Christmas was being given a date and a time and being told it's the birth of Jesus Christ, there was already celebration in the pagan world. So they were all brought together so that the whole world can celebrate.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the broadcast. This is Lunchtime News. My name is Jackie Wambiru. Our sign language interpreter is Lensa Odingo. Now, you can interact with us on our social media handles at KBC Channel 1, and we have a comprehensive bulletin lined up for you this afternoon. To kick us off, at least 25 million Kenyans are at risk of infection from neglected tropical diseases, according to a recent report by AMREF Kenya. Speaking in Kakamega during a drug administration campaign to combat tropical diseases such as bilharzia and intestinal worms, AMREF Health Africa Kenya Country Director Ndirango Wanjoke said that collaboration among health stakeholders would be key to eliminating tropical diseases. He noted that AMREF, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, has been implementing preventive treatment programs targeting over 5 million individuals at both county and national levels.
Diseases are like intestinal worms, bilharzia or schistosomiasis, elephantiasis, or also called lymphatic filariasis, another diseases like kala azar, and also trachoma that can cause blindness. Kenya has an opportunity to eliminate them by 2030.
Makueni County government has initiated a public participation exercise to gather feedback from citizens regarding a tax exemption bill. According to Makueni County Finance Minister Damaris Kaboy, the bill aims to advance tax exemption to people living with disability, the elderly, victims of sexual violence and other vulnerable groups.
Some people who are not able to pay their hospital bills. We have received waivers of people that are doing partners in various aspects of development with the county, and we are getting views from the public to know at which people they feel will be fit to be given waivers. We have people who go through GBV, gender-based violence. We have prisoners among us. We have children below 5 and elderly.
In other news, Kericho Women Representative Beatrice Kemei is calling on family members handling the funds for the elderly under the Transfer for the Elderly program to utilize them well. Kemei spoke at Ngendalei in Kipkelion West constituency during the opening of a house constructed by Ngaf for a needy family. She further added that misusing the funds is a disservice to the elderly who are in dire need of the same.
And the money that is given to them, that is a cash transfer by the government, let them utilize to the last cent. It is not supposed to be utilized by anybody else.
The Kenya Society for the Blind has embarked on a training program offering digital skills to visually impaired persons in Busia County to allow them to use technology to access information, communicate effectively and participate in society. The Society Director Samson Waweru says that the training aims to equip more than 200 visually impaired persons from all 7 sub-counties with the skills and knowledge on how to access online services to improve their lives.
If we want to empower the visually impaired people and the persons with disabilities, technology is the only way and there is no shortcut.
Unapata gadgets nyingi zinakuja, ziko inaccessible, lazima uwe na uwezo wa kuona ndipo uweze kuzitumia. Lakini wakati ambapo wanafundishwa saizi hizi gadgets ziko na voice, zitawasaidia kuweza kuaccess everything that is in the computer.
The Cabinet Secretary for Finance, John Badi, has expressed his dedication to supporting President William Ruto's administration, emphasizing efforts to stabilize the economy and improve service delivery. He acknowledged the challenges facing the country's economy but noted progress in critical areas, including debt management and inflation control. The CS, while speaking in Thewa constituency of Homa Bay County, highlighted measures aimed at fostering financial stability, such as clearing county arrears and ensuring timely payment of workers.
When Ruto took over, we were borrowing at 17%. When I took over CS under the leadership of Ruto, we were borrowing at 15.5. Today, we are borrowing at 11%. We are working with the president to make sure that this economy works. We are working with the cabinet to make sure that this economy works. We are hardworking, we are determined, things will get better. Just give us opportunity.
Still on health matters, Gertrude's Children's Hospital is constructing a new state-of-the-art 19-bed ward at the Muthaiga facility to boost health service delivery at the hospital. Speaking during the ceremony, the CEO, Dr. Robert Nyarango, said the facility, which is being constructed at a cost of 220 million shillings, would enhance the hospital's capacity to deliver world-class pediatric care while prioritizing a child-friendly environment and comfort for caregivers.
In-bed executive ward that will be built over a period of about 12 12 months. The building is mainly funded by the hospital from proceeds, but also partly funded by Dr. Asik Antaria. The reason why we're putting up an executive board is because there's a lot of demand for more exclusive and executive services. We believe that the type of accommodation that we give to clients contributes to their healing process. So we've also taken time to figure out how do we design the rooms and how do we make them very child-friendly.
Away from health matters, passengers travelling from Nairobi to Kisii region are lamenting over hiked fares after Matatu Owners Association Gusii branch decided to cash in on the high demand for travel during the festive season. The association's branch chairman Simon Nyamwaru, however, defended the move, noting that the vehicles had been making losses while leaving Kisii for Nairobi without passengers, thus the need to compensate the deficit.
Biashara hii ni ngumu. Kwa mfano sasa watu wanatoka Nairobi kuja Reserve, na kutoka Reserve kwenda Nairobi hakuna wateja. Kwa hivyo inabidi saa zingine sako zetu sijitolee, gari inatoka hapa mashambani bila watu kuchukua watu kutoka town ya Nairobi. Kwa hivyo hiyo nauli hata tuongeza kwa ajili tunataka watu wasafirishwe kutoka town au kutoka kijiji waelekee mashambani.
Human rights activists in the country have reaffirmed their commitment to holding public officers accountable for corruption, abuse of office and incompetence, despite growing attempts to intimidate them. Leaders from Bunge la Mwananchi, while addressing the media, raised concerns over the rising use of court petitions by some public officers aimed at silencing activists. The leaders argue that such actions are meant to instill fear, which they vowed to remain resolute in their mission to protect the public interest as guaranteed by the Constitution of Kenya.
We have condemned in glowing terms the depraved act of judicial insanity of depriving Kenyans their rights that are enshrined in the Constitution. It is something that we don't take lightly, that the judiciary granted orders to gag the media and to stop the Honorable Francis Awino and Bunge la Mwananchi from expressing themselves on matters of national importance.
Hatuna interest ambayo tunasema kwamba tunataka wale wavutwe tuingie, ila tunataka mtu ambaye anayefanya kazi kwa njia inayofaa.
But we are very sad this afternoon that there is an attempt to make sure that the president of Bunge la Mwananchi should not be talking about corrupt institutions that is within our land. We are not happy, and we are going to fight this war to the end.
Now moving on, the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection has launched a digital platform that seeks to address the psychological and mental issues affecting adolescents, dubbed Buddy Chatbot for the National Child Helpline 116. The tool will provide a safe space where children can express their issues and freely access a therapist or counselor. Speaking during the official launch of the platform at Kabete Rehabilitation Center, Director of Strategic Intervention for Child Protection and Emergencies, Judy Tudor, said the chatbot will provide confidential and anonymous space for children to talk about their mental health without fear or stigma.
It's important to be able to sit with your children, even if it's for a short while. Observe them, ask them questions. How was school? Who are your friends? So that you get to know exactly what the state of mind of that child is. The chatbot is only an opportunity for children to be able to express themselves when they have mental issues. And if you had a strong relationship with your children, they may not even need the chatbot.
this has come because of the changing world, whereby most of the times our children are online, they are within the digital globe, and we have found if we don't follow our children where they are, we are likely to lose them.
More than 700 prisoners at Busia GK prison in Busia County were treated to an early Christmas by the Catholic Church. The celebrations, which were presided over by Catholic Bishop Makueni, brought some festive cheer to the inmates, many of whom are far from their families during Now, the Busia prison deputy in charge lauded the move and called on more well-wishers to stand with the less fortunate in society, especially during the festive season.
Jela sio mahali mbaya. Jela ni mahali pa kurekebisha. Ule ambao hakupenda huko nje, akikuja hapa itabidi tu atii na kubali yale ambayo inastahili ifanyike.
Umefungua Christmas yetu na tumehimizwa kwamba tukue watu wakarimu. Pia nasi hatujawachwa nyuma.
Tutawasidi nini? Hakuna haja ukuje uniletee sabuni, unilete gerezani uniletee sabuni. Kwa kitendo ambao ungenisamehea. Ungenisamehea pale na makosa ndogo ndogo, hatungekuwa gerezani.
And away from that, a national government administrative officer in Siaya County is calling for a partnership with military veterans from the area to help boost security in the region. Speaking at the IEBC Hall in Siaya Town during the launch of the Siaya chapter of the Military Veterans, Assistant County Commissioner Koyet Kaleke said the veterans' experience can be exploited by serving security officers to assist in the maintenance of law and order.
Will be our contact, please. We appreciate that very much. So, with that, I want us to.
What are the areas of partnership and areas that we work as a team to ensure that we improve and we change livelihood? One aspect that we look forward for partnership and also looking for your support is the area of security, because all of you have experience and also different ideas on how we can manage and assist our people to maintain law and order.
Let us keep on collaborating and partnering. The office of the County Commissioner is open. I declare military affairs here chapter to be born and will be in town from this afternoon.
The Malindi Environment and Land Court have upheld a ruling halting the construction of a high-rise building at Kasorina Beach in Malindi Town, Kilifi County. A petitioner had moved to court, accusing the proprietors and the local authorities of flaunting building and construction laws.
As the other parties have filed and served their submissions on the preliminary objection, that preliminary objection shall be determined and a ruling shall be given on 30th of January 2025.
Well, that report brings us to our first break here on Lunchtime News. Don't go too far, we still have more news coming up after this break. Welcome back. This is Lunchtime News. Kitui County Executive Committee member in charge of finance, Peter Kilonzo, narrowly escaped impeachment after the county assembly failed to attain the requisite quorum. Speaker Kelvin Kinengo ruled that the finance boss is still duly in office, even as a section of ward representatives requested to join hands with the government for the sake of development in the county.
After the motion was tabled, it lacked a second, and therefore, in the circumstances, it could not proceed and died a natural death. I feel the movers of the motion did not read the mood of the House.
The side which proposed this motion lacked objectivity, and most of the grounds, though they are written substantially, they can't hold water. They have no grounds really for impeachment. Or what we are facing were little things about either administrative things which can be handled administratively and don't hold a level of impeaching a minister.
Regional trade in transport is set for a boost with the planned extension of the standard gauge railway stretching from Naivasha to Kisumu, Malaba and farther to Uganda. Principal Secretary, State Department for Transport Mohammed Dagar emphasized that the extension backed by China's significant contribution will help boost both regional and international connectivity.
Speaking during the launch of the Chinese Enterprises in Kenya's Social Responsibility Report, Principal Secretary State Department for Transport Mohammed Dagar highlighted the need for the expansion of the standard gauge railway with its vision of connecting the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic.
We are determined to ensure that the standard gauge railway is extended further from Naivasha to Kisumu, another distance of 262 kilometers, with a branch line to Kisumu Port for a distance of 8.9 kilometers, and onwards to Malaba, which is our bordering county with Uganda, a distance of 106 kilometers.
One of the most striking aspects of the report is the comprehensive look at the contributions of Chinese enterprises to Kenya's infrastructure, with projects such as the standard gauge railway that have not only improved the country's logistical capabilities, but also created thousands of jobs and enhanced Kenya's competitiveness as a regional trade hub.
Chinese enterprise in Kenya have employed more than 60,000 employees in 2022 to 2023, with the localization ratio exceeding 90%.
Beyond economic contributions, the report shines a light on the profound social impact of Chinese enterprises through education.
Chinese enterprises have actively fulfilled their social responsibility by facilitating technology transfer, training local employees, and building infrastructure, thereby addressing local challenges in education, employment, transportation, and energy.
Wonderful, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, the launch.
Well, now let's talk business. Creatives should prioritize a registration of their innovations. Kevit Desai, CEO of Factor Y, an intellectual property organization, says creative works in developing countries such as Kenya are often not fully tapped, or innovators end up losing their production due to failure to protect their intellectual property. This is despite a report by the World Intellectual Property Organization indicating that the global economic contribution of intellectual property intensive industries was valued at more than 645 trillion shillings in 2023, which is 38% of the global GDP.
We're able to transition that into commerce and into our national system of the fourth industrial revolution, which will easily pick up these ideas then that is the biggest national resource to prosperity that we have. And so there's an urgent need, how do we ensure that we commercialize? How do we find ways in which, on one hand, we create a platform like the Fourth Industrial Revolution, on another hand, how do we create the interface and the link between all those projects that we're thinking of and the opportunity as far as the market is concerned?
And now in the sports arena, Brazilian and Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. has been named the best men's player of the year for the first time at the FIFA Awards ceremony in Doha, Qatar. The 24-year-old had an impressive season as he hired his club to clinch the 2023-2024 La Liga title and UEFA Champions League trophy. Barcelona and Spain midfielder Aitana Bonmate was named the best FIFA Women's Player 2024 for the second consecutive season. The 26-year-old outstanding performance boosted her national team to win the Women's World Cup, while the Puskas Award for the Men's Goal of the Year was won by Manchester United winger Alejandro Garnacho, and the Coach of the Year was Real Madrid's Carlo Ancelotti.
FIFA Men's Player of the Year is Vinicius Jr.
I'd like to thank all those who voted for me, and obviously all my teammates. I'd also like to thank my family who've helped me so much to make this dream come true, to achieve my dream.
What a surprise. Best coach is Carlo Ancelotti.
I'm really honored to receive this award. I want to thank FIFA, of course, his president Gianni Infantino, and I want to share this with my club, of course, Real Madrid, my president, that Florentino Perez, that give me the opportunity to be the manager of the best club in the world.
Well, Dan Kivyesi, a seasoned and accomplished sprinter specializing in the 100 and 200 meter races, has been named the Tujiameni Initiative nationwide gold winner. With over a decade in competitive athletics, Samba, who is a presence officer and a member of the Utawala Star Sprints Club, has become a standout figure in the local sprint discipline. He has represented the country in numerous competitions in the past, including leading the Kenyan team to a gold medal in the 2022 Africa Championships in Mauritius. Asamba's victory brings to a close the Tujiameni initiative that kicked off in February 2024. Powered by SportPesa, the initiative aimed to identify and nurture promising sports and sports-related talent. It received over 22,000 submissions, covering 8 regions and 1 nationwide entry, benefiting 750 winners in the gold, silver and bronze categories.
The journey has been good. We tried to
We did the application, we've been in communication with you, send this, apply this, upload this, and honestly speaking, the feedback has been positive, and that journey up to where we are right now, until today, we've now discovered that the dream has become a reality.
We are greatly proud of that. We are so happy because a win for Dan is not only a win for himself, it's a win for the whole club. Because even when he wins in the event, it is not for himself, it is for us all.
As we move towards 2025, I'd like to say there's so much more that Tujiamini can do for everyone who's hoping to achieve their sporting and talent dreams. And all we'd say is, even as the holidays come in, and we are going towards Christmas and New Year, check www.tujiamini.co.ke. Next year will be open, and you can achieve your dreams by applying on tujiamini.co.ke.
Former Brazilian striker and the owner of La Liga club Real Valladolid, Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima, will run for Brazil Soccer Federation presidency in 2026. The two-time World Cup winner announced plans to replace President Ednaldo Rodriguez on Monday. The Brazilian legend, whose remarkable career started in 1994 when he joined Cruzeiro before moving to PSG, has played in one of the biggest clubs in the club, such as Barcelona, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, AC Milan and Corinthians before retiring in 2011. Ronaldo also won several awards, including Golden Ball Player of the Tournament in 1998, 2002 FIFA World Cup, 2002 Golden Boot, among others. In 2004, he was named in the FIFA 100 list of the greatest living players and enlisted into the Brazilian Football Museum Hall of Fame, Inter Milan Hall of Fame and Real Madrid Hall of Fame. Well, that brings us to the end of our bulletin this afternoon. Thank you so much for choosing KBC Channel 1 Lunchtime News. My name is Jackie Wambiru. Our sign language interpreter is Lensa Odingo. For more news, check out our website at kbc.co.ke. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you for joining us on Healthy Living. Stay connected to Voice of America at voanews.com. A look at your kidneys and how they impact your health. And an expert discusses chronic kidney disease and how to protect yourself. And Ivorian psychologist Noor Bakayoko shares some insights on bullying and what can be done.
It's important to avoid major events or major health crises.
How do you know if your cough is due to a serious condition? We'll have some answers. Stay well
and strive to make every day a healthy day.
Barabara mtazamaji, kumbuka Mswahili anakuambia choko mchokoe pweza, Mswahili hutomweza. Tumepiga mbizi na makafi toka katikati ya jiji kuu Nairobi, tupo katika kaunti ya Machakos. Hapa ndipo tumetua. Maisha mazuri Maisha mazuri Sikiliza hiyo sauti, sauti ya kumtua nyoka pangoni. Hapa ndipo wametulia watoto wenye vipaji. Maisha mazuri kama jina lao, ni majazi.